So we are recording surface area rectangular prism. By the end of the period, you're going to upload a picture of your work. Okay, warning. We're not going to do all of these. Okay? So we'll do the first ones together. Then you'll kind of be on your own. But we're not doing all of these, so don't stress out. If you want to work ahead of me, I know we're doing 1 and 2. For sure. I don't think we're doing 3. All right. So surface area is just like wrapping paper. How much do you need? It also looks like paint. Like how much paint do I need to paint the walls, the ceiling, and paint the floor? Because who would want to paint the floor? All right. So like we learned yesterday, there's 6 sides, right? The front, the back, top, bottom, left, right. Correct? And the reason we have area on the do now was because of this. So what you guys were doing on the do now yesterday and today is what we need for this. Did you guys notice that? Yes, Miss Emily, of course we noticed that. Oh, good. Okay, let's look at, we're going to show our work in our notebook. Okay? Number 1. What's the first side I need? Front. Okay, so let's label that front. I'm going to spell it out. Then I'll use an abbreviation. Front. Okay, so feel free to, on your worksheet, highlight with your pencil the front box. So here is my front view of my rectangular prism. What are the measurements of this front box that I'm highlighting with my pencil that you are more than welcome to do so? What is it? Sorry.
13
Any 2 numbers?
13 and 3.
Yeah, so just like your do now, which gave you 2 numbers, this is just like your do now. So what 2 numbers am I going to multiply? 13 and 3. Okay, so my front side, I'm going to do 13 times 3. And what is 13 times 3? 39. So my front is 39 inches squared. So if my front is 39 inches squared, what do you know? The back is also 39 inches squared. The back side that you can't see on this paper. Are we okay? All right, what comes after front and back? Top, bottom, left, right. Honestly, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But we'll go with top and bottom. Just as long as you hit all 6. Top, bottom. So fun and now. Relaxing music. All right. Okay. Can you trace the top of your box? Yeah. This is the top of my box, right? I'm going to do it in orange. Okay, this is the top. Okay, we're focusing so we know what we're doing. So on Friday's test, you know what you're doing.
How much is the top?
Okay, what are the measurements of the top? What are the 2 numbers? There's no numbers there, so you got to find what number belongs to this.
13 inches. 39 inches.
Yeah. So this is 13 and this one is 9. And honestly, it does really help for you to trace it with your paper, with your pencil, I should say, on your paper. This is 9. And then this is, this one, 13. So what 2 numbers am I going to multiply? 13 and 9. I don't know what that is. Gosh. 13 times 9. Go on the side. 3 times 9 is 27. I knew that. 9 times 1, 9. 10, 11. Yeah, 117. There's going to be some that I'm going to allow you to use a calculator. So if the top is 117, then the bottom is 117. How did I get 117? I multiplied 13 times 9. But Miss O'Malley, how did you get 13 and 9? Oh, that's a great question. I looked at the measurements, yeah. I looked at what is this line? Oh, it's 9. And what is this line? Oh, it's 13. Okay? All right. What are we left with? Left and right. Get it? What are we left with? The left and the right. All right. So here is the left side right here. I'm going to color it in like purple. What are the measurements of what I just colored in purple? You need two numbers. You need two numbers.
9 and 3.
Yeah. So you see this. You're like, oh, this line is obviously 9. And then you're going to figure out, okay, what is this line? Or this line? Oh, none of these have numbers. Oh, but this line matches that line, right? So that's how you bring it over, the 3. So now you do 9 times 3. And what is 9 times 3? 27 inches squared. Oh, I forgot the inches squared here, inches squared here. And if the left is 27, then the right is 27 inches squared. All right, are we done? No. We did the hardest part, though, the multiplying. What's the last step for surface area? Add them all up. So we're going to put a big plus sign right there. We're going to say surface area equals. All right, take out a calculator, and we can add with the calculator 39 plus 39, 117 plus 117, 27 and 27. Feel free to use a calculator. If you want to do it old school and use your fingers, okay. Why? Mr. Calculator invented the calculator. Use it. Use it. So we're adding with the calculator. Look at everybody adding. By everybody, I mean 99% of you. What do we get? 366? 366? Is that what you guys got? Inches squared. Inches squared. Surface area is 366. So I would need 366 square units, square inches of like wrapping paper to wrap up this particular box. Does it seem like a lot of work? Yes. Someone were to walk in here right now, they're like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? That looks like a hard math. Oh, we're just doing surface area of this. It does look hard. It does look intimidating, but the math isn't that hard. All right, let's start number 2. Let's start number 2. Do you guys realize that you're doing the exact same thing you did on the do now? This is exactly the same thing you did on the do now yesterday and the exact same thing you did on the do now today. Well, let's try to do that every single day. It's part of teaching. All right. What are the two numbers for the front? Number 2?
20 and...
Agree, 20 and what? And 6. So you can trace it here, right? You need this number and you need this number, right? And you're like, gosh, what's that line? I don't know. It's not marked there, right? But you know that this number is the same thing as that number. It matches 6. See it? Okay. What's 20 times 6? 120. Okay, so if the front is 20 yards squared, then the back is 120 yards squared, right? Okay, what's next? Top? Bottom? All right, trace it. It might be easier for you to trace it and see like where are my numbers coming from. They don't come out of the outer space. They come off your paper. Trace the top. What are the two numbers for your top?
20 and 4.
So if I trace my top with black here, right? Here's my top. What is this long measurement? Oh, it's this number right here, 20. Oh, and this one's 4. So I can do 20 times 4. 20 times 4. What's 20 times 4? 80 yards squared. Well, if the top is 80 yards squared, then the bottom is 80 yards squared. What are we left with? Left and right. I did tell you this is the same thing you guys did in the do now, right? Exact same thing. Except on the do now, they're all like separate pieces. All right, what is this rectangle? What are the measurements of this green rectangle right there? 6, and what is this one? 4. It comes all the way from over here. This is 4, that is 4, so that is 4. Oh, wow, what's 6 times 4? 24 yards squared. All right, are we done? No, now comes the easy part. Add them. So surface area is equal to add 120, 120, 80, 80, 24, 24. If you need a calculator, use a calculator. If you do it in your head, you can actually do this one in your head. Okay, I did it in my head. This is the third time I do it today, so. But this is the first time I did it in my head, though. Because I'm like, oh, what's 120 plus 80? 200. So this is 200. This is 200. And 24 plus 24? 48. So what's our total? 448 yards squared. Any questions so far? Not done. Okay. Like I said, you're going to turn this in at the end of the period. What if you just turn in this picture? How many points would this student earn? 0. Nada. Zip. Why?
Because those aren't the right answers.
Well, yeah, those aren't the right answers. But most importantly, no work. So if you turn in this, and let's pretend these are the right answers. Let's just pretend for a second. They're not, but let's pretend. Will you get any credit? No. It'll be easy for me to grade. 0. What if you take a picture of this and this? You'll get full credit, right? 100%. Okay? Because this beautiful, amazing work is what I'm looking for. Not the... I just want the correct answers. No. I want the work. All right. Did you guys already start? No, right? Did you guys? I want you to do. Wait for it. Can you guys do problem number 6? Can you start number 6? Number 6. We're not doing all of them. I want you to skip over to number 6. We started the other ones together? Yes. How do we start the other ones together? We wrote what word? Front, right? Trace the front for number 6. Maybe that's going to help you figure out what 2 numbers do I need for the front. Highlight it. Trace it. Where's the front side? Where's the front side? Point to the front side. All right. What 2 numbers make up the front side? Okay, even more better. Just like you're doing now. So I keep saying, it's just like you're doing now. It's just like you're doing now. Here. Can you still use a calculator and show work?
Yeah.
Yes, right? You can tell me, Miss O'Malley, I'm multiplying 14 times 9 on my paper. 14 14 times 9 and then use a calculator and tell me what is 14 times 9.
Well, I always try to like yourself and that's it.
Oh, it's not an 8 when you're done.
That was good.
8? How in the world did he get 8? Alright, so front, back, top, bottom, left, right, and at the end we get 390, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yards? Is it yards?
Inches.
Inches? Thanks. Miss Somali, what if I turn in a work like this? Are you going to give me any credit? No. Nope. Number 7. So set up your number 7 with front first, front and back. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Use your pencil and trace over the front side and be like, okay, what are the 2 numbers I gotta multiply just like the do now? Oh, look, this one's easy. 7 times 12. Oh. You trace it. You go, okay, what 2 numbers do I need? In order to find area, I need 2 numbers. 7 times 12. That would be, for number 7, the first part of your work. 7 times 12. Plug it into your calculator, and you go. You go. All right, go. Keep checking with us. I love how you guys are checking in. Good. That one? You see, this is what I did that on purpose so you would check your work and see where I made the mistake, but I didn't make the mistake because I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. So 238 times 2 plus. Did you get 68? Did you get 56? Yay, we both have the same answer. 19 times 13. 247? 13 times 4. 52. 19 times 76. Victor, we're okay? Ignoring those who can get us in trouble. Good. Number 7. Everybody's working on number 7? What are the 2 numbers for the front top? What are the 2 numbers for the top? 12 and 2 is correct. 12 and 2 is correct for the top. What about the right or the left? 7 times 2. Awesome. Good. You're on the right track. I love it. I love it. If you're done with that one, the last one you get to do is number 9, and then we call it a day. Yeah. Show me the word for number 1, 2, 6, 7, and 9. Even if you're using a calculator, still tell me what am I plugging in. I'll get, what's the 12? 84? You gotta get 84 for the front? You got 84? Did you get 84? 84. Did you get 84 for the front? Okay, the top. What's the top? 12 times. Wait, 12 times 2. Okay, and then the right left side, what two numbers are I gonna multiply? 7 times 6, 14. Okay, so it's just that one mistake. Nice, yes. Not bad. How you do? Okay, good. Yay! Woo! I don't know. You would think I would know. It's the third time we do this today. No say. Whatever work, however you're showing your work, please take a picture of it. Even if it's messy. Miss Jackson and I don't care if it's messy work, as long as it's work. Alright, uno más. One more, number 9. We can do this. Hardest part is picking the numbers. Trace it out. Tracing is helpful. Not turning it around is also helpful. Ignoring him is very helpful. Okay. Okay. Once you're done with 1, 2, 6, 7, 9 with work, upload a canvas.